But as surely as America's pioneer spirit made us the industrial giant of the 20th century, the same pioneer spirit today is opening up another vast front of opportunity, the frontier of high technology.
What Americans have to ask themselves is, what would a world look like when an authoritarian power has the largest economy in the world and has the best technology in the world? They don't care about personal privacy. They don't worry about surveillance of their citizens. They don't worry about the ethical and moral arguments over using lethal autonomous weapons.
We face real problems and challenges that we can't just ignore. We have to be able to confront them. And right now, we are not at the level of trajectory when it comes to innovation that we need to be in order to make sure that we are constantly at the cutting edge, constantly at the forefront of our national security.
If there were one single factor that was going to determine the outcome of the competition, it would be innovation. It is who is able to innovate more successfully in the kinds of new technology that are going to fuel both economic growth and, really even more importantly, military advantage. The good news is we have a national security innovation base in the United States with enormous reservoirs of strength.
The National Security Innovation Base involves the nuts and bolts, the foundations of what you need to be innovative as a country. It's the idea that there are economic, political, and military components necessary for innovation today, ensuring that our military remains strong.
We need a plan to harness it, to coordinate it, to help direct it towards a common goal, but not to do that in a way that stifles and suffocates the freedom and the dynamism that is really the foundation of its strength.
The Chinese have a top-down, state-driven model of civil-military fusion, where they make no real distinctions between the private sector and the public sector. Our challenge is to foster a whole-of-society approach that will allow us to win this competition.
The goal of the task force is to come up with a set of policy findings and recommendations on the challenges and opportunities posed by the National Security Innovation Base, and to get this bipartisan set of commissioners who are quite expert and thoughtful on issues of national defense and national security to come together and really give advice to all the stakeholders of the National Defense Committee.
We have Democrats and Republicans on this commission, and everyone agrees on the basic premise that we are in this unique new era of great power competition. And at a time of increasing partisan division in Washington, D.C., this is an area where we can actually work together and we can rebuild a bipartisan consensus on U.S. national security going forward.